Hello guys, this is a short video on what to do when you first start on this server, and I hope you enjoy it. First off, what you will see is a character screen with no characters. For this video purposes, I'm going to create a new character like you would too. See what character to make. I'm just going to make a warrior for easy purposes. Choose your name. I'm just going to go with test warrior because it's just supposed to be a test. Alright, your character is created, and you just click on play. Now you have two options. Either you level up normally, like you would do in retail, or you use the provided stuff by the server, which is basically a level 70 scroll, which I will do. And I also recommend it for most people. You don't need those 7 days, you can delete them. You can use this. 5 glyph points, activate that. Get the gear. Now what you want for gear is depending on your class, obviously. I go into the Discord server, check what you need, and I won't go too much in detail for that because that is for you to figure out, honestly. If you into PvP, this is where you get all of your PvP stuff. Yeah. Be gone. Now you can open the rest of the chests. This will give you the basic accessories and some innerwear and Baruch and everything. Now it should look something like this. You should have still 2 boxes open, or 3. With that you should be 4, 5, 3 item level. Let's open the last 2 boxes. The consumable box is probably, yeah, you can, nice to have, but not necessary. And this is important to get your advancements. Again, for that, look on the Discord server. Same for glyphs. Like everything about glyphs, advanced skills that you have here, you can unlock them all. Whatever advancements you need for your class, you just choose. I used to. No, something is wrong, but it also doesn't really matter, honestly. Because, yeah. Now you're done with all of your advanced skills, all of your glyphs. Now with the only thing that leaves us is the EP. Again, here, look on the Discord what you need. I honestly have no clue for my own class. I would need to look this back up. Now that we are done with setting up the character for the first time, let's head to Highwatch by pressing H on your keyboard and teleporting to the redeem shop. That way you are in Highwatch. Now the big question, what to do. Now you have multiple options. There's quite a lot of solo content that you should definitely do, and obviously there's dungeon farming. Alright, after changing some of my hotkeys, I noticed one thing. One, the glyph that I have missed was on Terescat. And another thing, if you mess up your EP, you get over the puzzle posts reset potions that you might want to use them. Now onto the solo content. The first thing you want to do is the arena guide. You actually still want to do it also in endgame and whatever. It's pretty easy. Also, you obviously start with tier 1 gear. There's 3 tiers of gear. You always have to enchant to +9. And from if you're +9, you can upgrade it to the next tier of gear. It's pretty straightforward. It's if you played on retail server, you might recognize the pattern. That was that. You get these rewards, you get them over the puzzle post, you can reset the dungeon by typing /reset in the chat. You can't see the chat right now, you can also just, I think there's a reset button for instances right here, yes. And that works as well. Now what do you get for the reward? There's an item XP box and the Celestial Arena reward. Oh. One thing to the item XP, if you have full item XP on your weapon, you will always be able to have a 100% upgrade chance. see the item XP 0 out of 10,000. If I had 10,000 item XP, I have a 100% chance to upgrade the weapon from +0 to +1. However, on the last tier from +7 to +9, there will not be a 100% chance guaranteed. You can still get item XP and increase your chance for successing, but it's not guaranteed. Alright, now for the second thing that you want to do, are the Ace Dungeons. You can enter each Ace Dungeon 2 times. They cost 150 adventure rewards, adventure coins, I mean. Select random for 30% more medals, enter dungeon. If you're a beginner, I mean, I even use it on my main warrior. Still use this just to get the buffs. And alright, I forgot to change those hotkeys. Well, that is that. I will only do one run. You get materials. And you can exit that up. Those green ones, you can basically see what tier your the materials are for, depending on their color. Green is for tier 1, blue is for tier 2, and yellow, as I can show you in my bank, those golden ones are for tier 3. Now for the reward token from the Celestial Arena, you get these boxes you can choose from, depending on what materials you need. The first box gives tier 1 materials, the second box gives tier 2 materials, and the third box gives tier 3 materials. Easy, straightforward. That it's for the Highwatch dailies. Now there's also, obviously, the good old Vanguards that you can do. I just go to the flying mission right now. Don't do the flying mission, do the combat missions. They're faster. I did one fast. Guardian, you get those chests. You get 15 credits, as you saw, and this Guardian Legion jewel box that you can open, and you get jewels out of it. You can sell these. You don't need them to upgrade your weapon or anything. The only thing you need is diamonds for upgrading your fishing rod or whatever, but who cares about that? Now, you saw that we got those credits. We can also get something with those Vanguard credits. That's why you want to basically do them. 1 for the gold and 2 for the Vanguard credits. You want to go to Velica, to this NPC, Mia. When you arrived at Mia, you want to check the supplies. Basically, again, green box, tier 1 materials, blue box, tier 2 materials, and the yellow box, tier 3 materials. Item XP boxes, if you need them. You probably want to focus on the material boxes at first. Maybe even item boxes, depending on what you need, honestly. Now that definitely covers already the solo stuff that you really do not need any group for. Now, the question is, what else? Now obviously you have a lot of dungeon options that you still cannot enter when you newly made your character as a hatchery. Now this one is important. You want to do this dungeon as a hatchery. You see 2 to 5 person, you can also solo it, I think, but you won't get the maximum rewards. You definitely want to do it in a group. Now I could just wait here and show you guys the dungeon, but I have a feeling that you can figure that one yourself out as well. Do that 8 times a day, and it gives you also the blue and the green materials for your weapon, and then you can basically do your first upgrades. And on weekends, focus on Shadowed Fleet, and when you blue tier, obviously, Ruinous Manual is key part, but if you already high tier, then I don't need to tell you to focus on Baha, obviously. Now that covers most of the beginner stuff, and on what to do when you first start the server. Now there's 1 or 2 other things I want to mention. There's one system which is very different from retail, and that is the so-called Talisman system. Now what is the Talisman system? These are so-called talismans, and they basically, there's for each class there's different talismans, and they affect your combat a lot. Depending on your playstyle, you can equip 6 different talismans. For example, for archer we have piercing precision. I don't have an archer. Global overcharge damage increased by 45%. Gust arrow damage increased by 45%. No clue how good it is, because I don't play archer, but as an example, or for mystic, boomerang pulls increase attack speed by 1% for each ally hit. Restorative burst duration increased by 40%. Slayer very strike damage no longer scales with players missing health. Increased skill cast speed by 50%. Skill damage by 70 and crit chance by 150. Just as examples, for each class there should be around 10 talismans, maybe more, maybe 12 even. Best is, for the best in slot, you can look on the Discord again. But honestly, try and figure out what your playstyle is and choose the talismans therefore. But yeah, that is the talisman system in short. Now another tip on how to make quick gold. The endgame players use a lot of beer, and you cannot get beer by any other way than crafting it. So if you can, I still have auto hotkey on. One beer costs 140 gold, which is a lot. This is not too bad. However, you will not be able to craft beer yourself when you first start the server. So what you can do instead is, alright, what do you need to craft beer? You need cop seeds, which you can gather, which is 100 you can gather quite quick. You can also get 1,000, you know, it's the unit price is quite high. And you need apples. Am I stupid, or did someone bought all of the apples? I might as well just be stupid. As you can see, there's a shortage of those materials, so if you gather them, you can make some good gold quite quick as a beginner. Now another way to get some quick money is by doing alchemy. A lot of people do like health potions, 50% that is. I have basically none on my character on my main. And therefore there should be also quite high in the price range. I haven't looked, but 700 per unit, that is quite something. People will definitely, or will probably buy it, since there seems to be a big shortage of that as well. That's just 2 quick tips on how to make some money that you can explore. Actually, one thing that I forgot to mention is the training ground section. As a new player, as a very new player, and also maybe as someone that just comes back to the game, you should spend a little bit of time in the training ground. Why is that? To get used to the talisman system, number 1, and you can get a feeling for the class and how the server feels. You can select your buff and just hit the crap. It's very tanky, so don't hesitate to do whatever with it. But yeah, consider spending some time on the training ground to get the feeling for your class, feeling for the talisman system, feeling for whatever. Think of it as a way of not trapping other people and wasting other people's time in the dungeon that could have been prevented if you would have at least spent 10 minutes practicing your rotation in training ground. No one expects you to play perfect. At least I don't, especially as a beginner. You know, it's fine to troll sometimes at the beginning, but do yourself a favor, do yourself a favor and do other people a favor by just practicing for 10 to 20 minutes when you first start playing. Rotations and everything should be in the Discord. If not, ask people. There should be a reply kind of fast, but also use the corresponding class channels and do not just write in general chat. With that being said, this should mark the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If I missed something, comment below, and see you guys in the next video, maybe. Bye bye.